What's up, YouTube fam? Back with another one. And here we go again. See, I didn't even know about this case until now, since it's breaking news about what's his name? Penny and Jorden Neely. So I guess Daniel Penny choked Jorden to death with a few other guys that was around that was helping as well. Daniel's, of course, he's a Marine and everything. So unfortunately, when stuff like this happen, it's always sad. People feel like they don't get justice. And personally, for me, this stuff happens so much, it's just like I'm numb to it. You just gotta like protect yourself at all time. And you gotta understand that it's some people out here, uh whenever they get a chance, they're gonna take full advantage of taking somebody out if they know, or if they could be found innocent. I'm doing it. Like some people can't wait till somebody run up in their house. Unfortunately, it's a sad, sad situation. My condolences go out to the family of Jorden Neely. And we're gonna watch these videos. I'm not gonna show the video of what happened. You can go find it yourself. But I'm gonna let you know if I think this was justified. So let's get into it.
Young ladies right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you see?
What did I see? I was sitting over there, I heard the young man that's on the floor saying, hey, I'm willing to die, I'll do anything. I'm willing to die. I'll go to jail. I don't care. I don't care. And he was saying it so loud that everyone turned around. So this young man, he got belligerent and he tackled him down. The one that just passed away in the brown jacket.
Oh yeah, and Jorden, he was homeless and he had mental illness issues. So just keep that in mind as well.
Just went past.
This afternoon, the defense in the Daniel Penny trial just rested its case, and it did so without Penny taking the stand. Earlier today, a forensic pathologist was on that stand and cross-examined by the prosecution. Prosecutors looking to question his credibility. Yesterday, he testified that Jorden Neely did not die from a chokehold used by Penny as he has subdued Neely, but instead died from the combined effects of schizophrenia, synthetic marijuana, and a sickle cell crisis.
That's the same thing they said about George Floyd. And he got apparently choked out too, not literally choked, but somebody's sitting on his chest. So the same thing over and over again, evidence is right there in your face. It's like nowadays, even having the camera showing this stuff live, you can watch it over and over and over and see it. It really don't matter, it really don't matter.
However, the medical examiner for the city of New York already told jurors that Neely did in fact die from a chokehold.
He did. That's what they said. It's crazy and sad.
Jorden Neely, if he needed help, he choked him to death. If he was a hero, he would have grabbed him and escorted him off the train. He didn't grab him and escort him off the train. He choked him to death. If he was a hero, he would have let go of the chokehold 30 seconds after they pulled into the train station. Why? Because 30 seconds after they pulled into the train station, all of the people were off the subway. Danny Penny lied to the police and said he released the chokehold as soon as other people came to help. We know that was a lie. Danny Penny told police that he released the chokehold in 2 seconds. We know that was a lie.
All right, I'm gonna blur this out, but I'm gonna look at this video with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all know if I feel like it was if it was justified. So let's get into it.
24-year-old Marine veteran Daniel Penny
they got him in the chokehold. It's two guys
Jorden Neely, who was homeless in a chokehold for nearly 3 minutes.
And now it's three guys. It's three guys holding him down
erratically on the subway, but had not become physically violent.
And dude is choking him.
Are also seen holding
his
him
legs
down.
is shaking, and they holding him down, and he getting choked.
Dead at the hospital. The medical exam.
All right, just seeing that video. Was it justified? Hell no. because this guy is a Marine. He's trained. I'm not even a Marine, but I know if I come across a homeless guy that possibly got mental issues, and you can imagine all the stuff that you would see on City New York City subways with a lot of people that's homeless and have mental illness. I believe this Jorden was saying threatening stuff to a lot of people. I feel like he really wasn't no threat because I could tell whether a guy's homeless, like if he got mental illness and he ain't really gonna do nothing. Just like leave him alone. I don't like. They said he slammed his jacket on the ground or whatever. It's on the ground. He ain't hurt nobody. So I wouldn't put myself in a situation to where I had to contain him in any way unless he doing some physical harm to somebody. But just blurting out, threatening stuff to people, and saying his condition, that's I'm not gonna make no move on him. And even if I did make a move on him, I mean, when you choking somebody, when to stop, and you got some other people holding them down. And then if you got other people holding them down, it ain't nothing for them to say, all right, it's all three of us, man. Let his neck go. Just don't choke him no more. Just don't do that. But he continued to do that. And by being a Marine, using your training, knowing that you're choking somebody out all the way until they ain't moving no more, it's straight up cold blood murder. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's just common sense. I had multiple situations where I had it's an old guy on my block. Rest in peace. He did drugs and everything, and he used to do drugs, and he used to start messing with me. He start cussing me out and all kind of stuff. Because I be talking to him, get off the streets, get on. He throw water bottles and all kind of stuff at me. But and I never thought about going out there, whooping his ass, because I know he was an older guy. I know he was strung out on drugs, and I didn't even want to risk doing anything to him to where of hurting him or killing him. Just and I go to jail for it. I just always laughed at him and stuff like that. But I always knew that he wasn't no harm to nobody. Um, I feel like this is murder. I mean, anybody would have common sense, when you choking somebody out, and you choking them until they can't, they ain't moving no more, that that you're killing them. And then what's even more disturbing about this video, that he's choking them and there's two other guys helping holding them down. So you got three people on one homeless guy with mental issues. It's pretty sad, and him not getting found guilty. Like I said, as being a Black America, you should be numb to this stuff by now. And you got to watch out, because it's a lot of cowards out here that's always waiting for their opportunity to where they could do harm to somebody and get away with it. I mean, it ain't really too much you can say when it's a homeless guy. I mean, it's just, but that's how it be. People out here, always seem to pick fights with people where they got the upper hand. That they ain't gonna mess with people that's gonna get them a fight. So that's how it usually be, and it's a sad situation. I'm gonna continue to play this video.
Examiner ruled his death a homicide.
And sorry for the audio.
To testify at some point to say I was in fear of my life, or I just wanted to end this situation as best I could. Those things matter. Those statements from the witnesses are really going to play a big role in this.
Attorneys for Mr. Peeny releasing a statement Friday night offering his condolences for Mr. Neely and writing, quote, when Mr. Neely began aggressively threatening Daniel Peeny and other passengers, Daniel, with the help of others, acted to protect themselves until help arrived. He added Daniel never intended.
I mean, come on now. You got to protect yourself until help arrive. It took three of them with a homeless guy, Jorden, that had mental problems. I mean, It never gets old.
To harm Mr. Neely and could not have foreseen his untimely death. Justice for Jorden. Protesters are now calling for Penny's arrest. Neely had a troubled past, including more than 40 arrests.
See them
and
three
a history
guys
of
right
mental
there?
illness, seen here on the subway just days before he...
Look at that guy, man. Ain't no way that I'll fear that guy. You know, if I see you don't got no weapons or nothing, you could clearly see that he off on drugs. And I know you see this all the time in New York City on their subways. So I feel like he felt like this was his time and this opportunity to where he could take somebody out just because he was saying threatening stuff to passengers. All of them, you might as well. Whoever's on that train, he was talking to everybody because he apparently was strung out on drugs. But I don't see no threat in this guy. He looked pretty skinny. I don't care how tall he is. I mean, I know I could take him down by myself and just like, hey, calm down. I mean, but people do what they do.
He died. The incident renewing the debate over mental illness and public safety.
This man had a mental issue, and the way you handle that is not to put him in a chokehold and squeeze the life out of him.
A source tells ABC News the case will likely go to a grand jury next week in order to determine whether criminal charges are warranted.
See that?
Sarabdi,
That's
ABC News.
That's murder.
Watch.
That's murder, baby. But apparently, unfortunately, he get to go home and to his family and continue to live his good life. I guess he got something he could brag about that, he I guess he could feel like he's a hero because he took out a homeless guy that was on drugs. I mean, I guess he saved everybody. So I guess he could have something to feel good about himself about that he was a hero, I mean, he didn't do that, I mean, he could be deported right now because, we close in World War III, but, he'd rather do it to a homeless guy that really don't know what's going on in his head and off on drugs. So I believe that's murder, but it ain't no need for protesting and none of that dumb stuff because, I mean, you keep on doing the same stuff over and over and ain't get nowhere. And then, stuff happen again and again and again and again. Maybe it's a different way that we're going to have to start going out here and handling stuff, maybe, it's all out there. But all that protesting, damaging properties and all that stuff ain't worth it. But, that's what the people said. That's what the jury, they said he wasn't guilty. I mean, this stuff just really kind of, I mean, like I said, I'm numb to it. It's just weird, man. It just happened all the time. But they said he wasn't guilty and he's scot-free. So y'all let me know what y'all think.